Hi YouTube, Wisteria here. Just a quick video on how to make a circle bath. Now this bath is it's a mixture that you can bathe in before ritual, before any major magical workings, just to cleanse and purify and prepare yourself for ritual. So, I mean, you can use a real good strengthening, purifying, really get you prepared for ritual. I have a bath prepared for you. Now, this bath is inspired by Scott Cunningham's book, the Incense, Oils, and Brews book, the complete guide to incense, oils, and brews, but it's kind of expanded on what he's done. So combined the ritual, the bath sachets with the bath salts, and it works great. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to take some Epsom salts, and I like to make this in big batches. Okay, so we want to take about 2 cupfuls of Epsom salts. In a bowl. And get a pretty big bowl if you decide to use this method. And about a cup of baking soda. Because again, this is going to be a big batch, so please, cut down the ingredients as you need it. Pour that in. And then also, I like to use a little bit of sea salt only because of its purifying properties. So I'll put a little bit of sea salt inside. And then the herbal ingredients that you'll need are okay. And for the herbal portion, what you want to take is you want to put your Epsom salt, sea salt, and baking soda aside. Take your little container, and you want 3 parts rosemary. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. I'm not really measuring. 2 parts of myrrh, just the myrrh resin. A little bit of myrrh goes a very long way. 2 parts sandalwood. And 1 part frankincense. Now I love frankincense, so I'm going to put a little bit more frankincense inside. Okay, and for ritual purposes, for spell purposes, this color is purple. The color of the bath salts is purple. So we're going to also use red and blue food coloring or food dye. So you want to take your herb and add it directly to your that's perfect. Directly to your mixture. And when you're done, your ingredients should look something like this. It's going to be colored red only because of the red sandalwood. Okay? And with that, you want to mix it all really well. Until it's a nice, uniform pinky color. And there will be a couple chunks in there, and we can just fish those out. Okay, so when you're done, it'll be a nice, uniform pink color. Very loose, very dry. And then you want to go ahead and add half of your ingredients to your jar with your lid. You want a jar that has a tight-fitting lid an airtight lid. And so that way you can mix your ingredients with so you can mix your ingredients with your food coloring. So right now it's pink, okay? As you can see, it's pink. And I just recycle jars. This jar with the cool lid actually was a candle that I had. I got it from Michael's. Okay. Okay, once you have half of your ingredients in your jar, now I've got a little bit more than half in here, but you get the point. You want to take and start off with, whichever color, but you want to make 2 separate little piles of color. So you want to take, but make them close enough together. So start off with like 5 or 6 little dots of the blue. And then also right next to it, you want to make little 5 or 6 drops of the red. Because what we're trying to make is purple. And then just take a little spoonful, cover over the top of that, just so that it won't stick to your lid. Okay, close down your lid, and you can do this in a mason jar, just like I did before. And give it some really good shakes. Now this is going to take a while to get it uniformly colored. Okay, so we're going to add some more blue and some more red. Another spoonful over the top. You can pour it back in your bowl and mix it up with your spoon. Just really get in there and mix that color in. Now the shaking helps if it's an essential oil. Sometimes with the color it likes to clump together, and you don't want to have multicolored bath salts. You want it to be uniformly purple. Okay, so once you're done mixing, of course, it'll be a nice little grayish color. So, I mean, don't worry about that. If you're concerned about whether or not you have made it to the right consistency or the right color that you want to be able to just fill like a jar, not the jar that you're going to be using because that's the one you want to keep fairly dry, extremely dry actually, and fill it with warm water. And then just put a couple teaspoons of your mixture into the water and see if it comes out the color that you want it to be. When it's the right consistency of purple for you, it can be a nice pale lavender or a nice deep purple, whichever you prefer. Then you know that you've got the right mixture going on in your bowl. And then at that time, you can either add it all to your circle bath jar and tie it off with a nice purple ribbon. What I thought would be a great idea is if you took a nice, now this is just a little piece of quilting fabric, and just, of course, the spin-off from the bath sachets is that you can take some of your mixture, and I don't know if you can see this, but added, a little bit into, a fair amount into a middle of a pouch. I mean, in the middle of the fabric, like so, and then tie it off and make a little sash. And then when you are ready for bath, and it's purple, so let's use a purple ribbon. Okay. So with any color fabric, something cotton that, the water can get into and then absorb out of, you want to tie it off with a little purple ribbon. And this would be a great ritual time gift, or you can make them for yourself and just fill up the whole jar with your own little pre-made sachets, and then whenever you need a circle bath and an already pre-made, pre-measured circle time sachets. I hope you've enjoyed my video. Blessed be.